began with a sound. A soft, almost hesitant thud from somewhere down the hallway. Elara paused. The house was still, the kind of stillness that hums with memory. She tilted her head, listening. Another sound, paper shifting, a faint breath of dust. She followed it, barefoot across the cool wooden floor, drowned by something she couldn't name. In the corner of her study, a single journal had fallen from the shelf. Its spine cracked slightly open, as if exhaling after years of silence. She crouched down, fingers hovering over the cover. On it, embossed in faint gold letters, were the words, "The Open Book." She didn't remember buying it. Yet, somehow it felt familiar. Like it had been waiting for her all along. She sat down, the room quiet now except for the soft echo of her heartbeat. She ran her fingers along the edge and opened the cover. Inside, the first page was blank, except for a single line written in delicate handwriting she didn't recognize. Every story begins twice. Once when it's lived, and once when it's written. She did it again, letting the words sink in. Then, tucked between two pages, she found a folded scrap of paper. Her own handwriting stared back at her. "Don't forget me." The words stopped her breath. Who had she been pleading with? Someone else or herself? Her chest tightened. A mix of grief and wonder rising. The notebook seemed to to hum softly in her hands, holding a space she had long left empty. She turned another page, blank. Then another, blank again. 1,000 untouched possibilities stretched before her. And somewhere, deep inside, a quiet voice whispered, "It isn't over. You can still begin again." She did not write that day, but she did not close it either. She simply sat there, letting the silence of the room and the weight of the journal sink in. Sometimes life brings us back to what we thought was over. Not in grand gestures, but through quiet, ordinary moments. A melody we haven't heard in years. A scent that feels like a memory. A notebook slipping from a shelf. We might call it coincidence, but maybe it is something softer. A gentle pull from the past, asking to be seen again. Unfinished things have a way of waiting for us. Not to shame us for leaving, but to remind us that there is still life in what we set down. They hum beneath the surface, patient, steady, whispering, "When you are ready." And when we finally are, what we return to is not just the dream. It is ourselves. The person we were when we first began, and the one we've become since. That is what the page offers us. A place to meet both versions. Because journaling isn't only about recording life. It is about releasing it. It is where we lay down what we can't say out loud. Where thoughts find form and emotions find rest. Maybe that is why the notebook found Elara when it did. It wasn't calling her back to writing. It was calling her back to herself. Each word we write becomes a small act of return, a way to make peace with what was left unfinished, and to begin again from right here, in the middle of our story. Elara sat motionless, the pen balanced between her fingers. A single shaft of light fell across the page. She took a breath, slow, steady. Then finally she wrote the first word. And in that instant, something shifted. The silence broke. The story began again. Because the page was waiting, and so was she.